Hello Leo, my name is Jason. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is your mid-January general tarot reading. So this is for the second half of January. Give or take a few days, maybe a week or two, see what the energies are doing. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind, things which are going on. You will know in the first few minutes if this is resonating for you. Okay, Leo, you go into the second half of second half of January with the Devil card. Okay, so there's some attachment that you seem to have developed. I'm feeling this is based on some kind of fear. Perhaps you're feeling that you need something that you don't. So perhaps you've started a creative project or something, and perhaps there's some kind of substance you've been using, thinking it's giving you inspiration, or perhaps there's that person in your vicinity who you become to rely on a little bit too much. We'll try and clarify that a little later, but it's feeling quite recent, this mindset that you have. Okay, your challenge for the second half of January, you have the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands energy is quite a stable energy, and he has his wits about him. He's can be quite a fiery character, but generally he's calm on the inside. And so your challenge is to take on this persona, okay, to try and keep this calm inside and make your decisions. Usually I'm feeling there's something you're trying to start or something you're trying to keep going, and it's like you've got the responsibility for this. That's what I'm feeling, and we'll see how this something will come with that. Okay, your hopes and fears. You have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this sense of responsibility you have, or this dependence or codependence you have on this person or thing, I think you're feeling like you're under pressure, and if you don't perform somehow, you're going to be left out in the cold like these people in the Five of Pentacles here. Perhaps you're dealing with some kind of institution, perhaps it's a school or somewhere with lots of rules which need to be followed, or it could be a competitive environment perhaps, and you're a bit worried that you might not make the grade in certain areas, and you've developed some crutches, or you might be relying on someone else a little too much. But remember, this is just a fear, okay? It's not the real world, so perhaps it's the fear caused by this devil energy that you got yourself into is driving this somehow. Well, we'll have a look. The best attitude to take for the second half of January. Okay, you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you need to say it like it is. So there is perhaps something that needs to be communicated to a group of people, I'm feeling, and they need to hear it, but you need to say it in a very straightforward manner, and you're a bit worried that if you're a bit worried about upsetting people when you say it, but really the advice here is to just go say what you need to say as clearly as possible. So don't worry too much about compassion or hurting people's feelings, or sometimes there's no nice way to say something when you have to lay down the law or when you have to describe something as it really is. And perhaps the people you need to say it to don't deserve to have this to be spoken to in a nice soft way. They've got to be told straight up and down. Look at that sword of that queen. It's straight up and down. There's no bias one way or another. This is how it is. Okay? And so that's the attitude you're being asked to take on here. Don't be afraid to just say it straight out. Don't worry about hurting someone's feelings. Okay? And at the result of this will be a new start somewhere. So perhaps you'll be allowed to clear the air somehow. This is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's a new opportunity for emotional fulfillment also. So perhaps this situation here, some air needs to be cleared, and if you do that and you say your piece, then you know you've done the best you can, and this will allow you to relax and say, rightio, I've drawn a line under that, I've said my piece, now it's up to the others to do their side. But as soon as you get out of this devil's energy here, I'm feeling like this will really come in and it's very positive at the end of January for you. Okay, let's clarify some of these. I'll clarify this with the Hanson Roberts deck. Okay, now I won't clarify all the cards. I'm finding sometimes that if I'm doing too much clarifying, then too many stories come out and people get confused. So if this is landing for you so far, then we'll try and stick with that as much as we can. We'll see what happens. Okay, so why is the Devil card here? Spirit, why is the Devil card here for Leo, the second half of January? Sometimes they just don't want to come out. Why is the Devil card here for the second half of January, Leo? Okay, we'll take this one, shall we? Okay, the Two of Cups. Okay, so there's a partnership you're in. Okay, so the Two of Cups talks about a partnership. Okay, it's usually like a soulmate connection. If it's not that, it's like a business partnership. Perhaps I'm feeling that you've teamed up with someone at work or in some kind of a project, and it's going really well, but you're feeling perhaps a bit reliant on the other person, or that the other person is being a little too reliant on you, and you're feeling perhaps if this other person went away, you wouldn't be able to complete the project as well as you might otherwise. That's what I'm getting there. So it could be something about like a business partnership. So the Two of Cups, if you have a look at this, the staff there with the two snakes wrapped around it, that's a caduceus. That's an old symbol of trade about equal give and take, not just love. Even though it could be that you've teamed up with someone in love, and perhaps there's a bit of codependence developing there. Okay, now the King of Wands is the challenge. So I'm getting the feeling that you need to take on this decisive energy to keep things moving somehow. So there's some decisions you need to make, and it's about how to get something off the ground, I'm feeling. And we'll have a look and see what comes out. So why is the King of Wands here for Leo for January? What's the King of Wands here for Leo for January? Okay, and we've got the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess is here to do with intuition usually. So perhaps there's like a water sign, maybe a Cancer around you, and they are trying to see things through using their intuition, so they don't quite have all the facts for you. They don't have an analytical mind. It's more an intuitive process they are following, and you want some more concrete evidence or something about whatever this is. So you want the facts and the figures perhaps, and the High Priestess is generally spot on there with their hunches, but sometimes they'll just say something and think, I think we should do it this way, but there's no real evidence to back it up. Okay, I'm also thinking that something that you heard or learned a few days ago might come out. So some kind of a secret might come out, and that's going to allow you to move forward, but it's going to change things. So something you heard a few days ago will come back up, and it's going to change the way you decide the way something's moving forward. Okay, so it'll be something that wasn't necessarily a secret, but it was hidden information, sort of comes to light, or it's being used differently. I'll clarify that again if I can. Let's have a look. Okay, so why is the Priestess here, King of Wands here for the challenge position for Leo in the month of January? Please clarify the High Priestess, the King of Wands. Okay, and you got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so perhaps there's a decision which needs to be made. Should we follow this forward or should we give it up? Okay, so there's a dilemma here. You've got, should you, you're wondering whether you should continue on with this path, whatever, this project or whatever it is, and someone's walking away from it and you're not feeling good about that, or someone might want to walk away. So either you want to walk away or they do, and even though there's fire here somewhere with this King of Wands energy, you want you want to keep this fire burning, but these two, well, the High Priestess is like represents water signs, intuition. 8 cups represent water as well. So perhaps they're like dousing the enthusiasm or the passion for the project somehow. Maybe there's something coming out which is you're realizing that it can't be done the way you want it done, something like that. That's all I'm getting there. But something about walking away. Someone's really considering walking away from this because they're not seeing that there's enough passion in it, or that the passion is misdirected. Okay, and that's the challenge, is to maybe decide one way or another. So I don't have anything stronger than that. I'm not being drawn to clarify the Five of Pentacles, but it's feeling like you're feeling that you might be left out in the cold if this doesn't work out. Okay. Now the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here in the best attitude position? Yes, we know. You know what? I'm not even drawn to go with the Queen of Swords. Just to have a straightforward attitude to speaking your mind. Okay. The Ace of Cups. What is the Ace of Cups about? Now this will hopefully clear something up for us. So the Ace of Cups, the result at the end of January. What might this tell us? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here for the end of January for Leo? 2 cards come out. Okay, and you've got the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles talks about independence, talks about abundance, talks about making your own way, being able to make your own way and being quite okay with that. Okay, so it's looking like whatever this is, you speak your mind about whatever it is you need to speak your mind about. Looks like you'll be on your own, okay, but you'll be on your own. But look, there's the result. Look, 10 of Cups. So you're probably better off working at this project or whatever it is by yourself. Okay, so you're feeling trapped by this project, by this situation here, the way to do something, and you're being encouraged to sort of go out on your own. Say it like it is. Go out on your own. And then you've got the King here. Look, the King is looking away from these water people here. Okay, so they're going their separate ways. So you've got the 8 of Cups here walking away. The King's walking the other way. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. Hopefully that's resonated for you somehow and maybe helped you guide yourself. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in your comments how this has resonated for you, and hopefully talk to you in a couple of weeks.